Hello! I'm back again. Right, today's Friday, catch-up day. I didn't get a lot done yesterday, unfortunately. Don't know why, just didn't get around to it all. So we're on the way back. I'm hoping to catch a van to do a crank pulley on and a beacon on. Right then, job number one of the day. We've got beacon replacement. We'll jump up there and have a look at it in a minute. And on this one, another crank pulley. So, I'm going to work outside today. Sun's out, might as well enjoy it. And it's less noisy out here, so I can actually talk and get on a bit better. But the beacon, I believe, is smashed up. Got a nice second hand but brand new for this one. Oh, I've got some covers missing off it. Right then, what should we do first? Beacon or pulley? What are you doing? Say hello. High five. High five. No? Just give me a kiss instead. Just give me a kiss. See how she sits? Sits like a human on her bum. Don't you? You like sitting like that? Hey? Close up. Close up. Right, this isn't getting the job done though. Come on. We've got work to do. We can't just sit here because cuddling you all day, can we? We could. But it won't earn any pennies. Oh, back of the van's a mess. Oh, just look at it. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. What am I doing? Oh, now I've lost my toolbox, please. Oh. Go on, let's get motivated. Pulley off, new pulley back on. Oh, I can show you on this one why we're changing them. That sunlight's shocking. Right, on these pulleys they have a rubber buffer inside. It's meant to take the shock. And as you can see on this one, I don't know if you can see, but there's, I don't know how good you see that? That's just me going up and down. Just giving it forwards and backwards and up and down. There's a little too much movement in it. And then it starts sounding rattly. Here we go. Nice and easy. One new pulley. Loctite. Got Loctite on it, and now back together. Look at that, as easy as that. And now for a new belt. Round there, over there, round here, over there. No, don't fall off. Come on. Around there. Round and over, round and over. Something. Oh, get on. Ah. Around and down and around and around and around and down and there. Ah. There we have it. One new belt, one new pulley. The striker up. Make sure everything's running okay. How we looking? Looks good to me. One job ticked. There we go. Now you'll notice I put them together. Mountains are different. So we're going to have a look. I might even adapt these plates up, I think. Drill them out maybe to fit onto these. Or do we just see if this beacon will go straight on? I don't know. Alright, looking at this beacon. I thought about winging it. I'm just mounting it on there, but for one, I'm only going to be able to use one bolt, which I could, but the other problem I feel like is the beacon's going to sit right down there. I feel like, is that going to be too low? Or do I put them on? It'll sit the beacon a little bit higher. Visibility. Yes. Yeah, let's do the brackets. So it doesn't really matter where I drill my holes. Just get 2 centre holes through. Mount it onto that. That onto there. Wire it up, job's a good one. Centre to centre. Oh. Not sure if I spoke about this yet, but of course, Milwaukee soldering iron. Love this bit of kit. Fantastic bit of kit. Gets warm quick. No messing around with having to try and light it on gas. It just works. It absolutely does just work. see that? Miles away. Absolutely miles away. Centre of the beacon's about there. That one somewhere around there. Move along. Try that. Oops, I got a phone call and it cut my camera off and I didn't realise. I don't know what you've missed, but basically just a quick recap. Put some heat shrink on the cables, ready. I always put the heat shrink on first because you can't put it on after. Basically I've just wrapped them two cables together. That's your live feed. So now I'm just waiting for my soldering iron to warm up, which it is. So we can solder that and then carry on. Alright, just so you can see, soldered connection. Oh, camera's not focusing very well, is it? There we go. Soldered connection all the way around. That's not very good, is it? It don't work. Alright, there we go. One working beacon. All I've got to do now, slide the heat shrink up. There we are. You see that? Light torch. Warm it up. There we go. One working beacon. Just needs a load of cable ties, tidy all that up, jobs are good. Alright, I know there's going to be a few people out there that do this sort of work. They'll be looking at my work thinking, bloody hell, that wiring's not very tidy. And it isn't. Like I said, this isn't one of my installs. You will see one day soon actually, in the next month possibly, I'm going to be doing a complete install on one of these vans, and then you'll see how I run my wires, how I install mine, because I don't like to see wires. I like to have wires hidden. Obviously on this, the previous install, they just sort of wanted to make sure it worked. So all I'm going to do now is obviously put some cable ties around it, try and just tidy up what I can, make a bad job look a little bit neater. It's all I can do. So we'll get some cable ties, see what I can make of it. Oh, so there we have it. That's now so that's about the best I can get it. Like I say, it's not my exact cup of tea, but it's safe, it works. Like I say, it's only a quick job. They just wanted a working beacon on this one. This is only a spare truck, so it'll get them out of their trouble anyway, won't it? Keep them safe on the side of the road. let's clear up the next job. I've got now 3 diagnostic jobs to do. 1 on a truck, 2 on trailers. Desperate for, obviously, like they always want. So we'll get cleared up and get going. I'll talk to you again very soon. Doesn't she look happy? Are you happy? Right, we made it to the next job. That trailer just there. EBS fault. So, time to get the diagnostics there, plug on, and see what it says. I won't be repairing this one though. Just diagnose. Tell the garage what's wrong with it, they fix it. And then we've got to go round onto the main site to plug onto another one to see what's wrong with that one. And then tell the garage so they can fix that. Then off to another customer with an Iveco, Chris's favourite truck, with a starting fault. So hopefully we'll plug on that one, diagnose that one, and then he can fix that one as well. And then we'll go and fix some other stuff ourselves. So let's see how we get on. Let's go. There. Quick question for you. Should I put curtains up in my van? I know it's not a truck, it's only a van. But should I put curtains up on my back windows? What do you reckon? Have a curtain that I can pull across. I've got some. They're buried down there, them checker ones. I stole them out of a truck. That was going for export. Yeah. I've always said no to curtains and vans because it's not a truck, it's a van. And it's not a camper van either, it's a working van. But what do you reckon? Curtains or no curtains? Alright. Anyway, off subject, let's get loud work. My fingers are too cold. It's not even that cold yet. EBS. I'm going to take a wild guess. This is on no brands. But we should always check. Da da da. No brum. What's Roxy doing? What are you doing, Roxy? What are you doing? Oh, we're in. We're loaded. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm pressing it. They did supply me a pen, but I think the battery's died in it and it won't work now. You try it and it just doesn't do nothing. I've never seen a pen like this before. It's got buttons. And I think you just press the button in and then, oh. It's working now. It didn't used to work. Right. Again, we can ignore the top one because that's my van. Pressure too low, supply pressure is too low. Oh, braking performance. We'll check measurements, system display. As we can see, we have got nothing. So let's check trailer. We'll check air tanks because this is saying the trailer is completely flat. So if we have a look at the air tanks on the trailer and there's air in them, then we know we've got an ECU fault. Oh. Ooh, we've got brand new air tanks.
and they're empty. The ECU ain't lying. We've even got 6 brand new brake chambers. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has had some money spent on it. Oh, got a little bit of air in that one. Got no air in that one. Ugh. Roly poly! Look, lots of air in that one. I'm not sure if there's some parts missing off these tanks. Normally air tanks are linked together and they all build the same air supply, because that one's full. That one's got a tiny bit and that one's empty. And that one's full. Full, tiny bit, empty. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. Right, just been talking to the lads at the garage while eating a donut before Roxy tries to nip it off me. Just put an airline on it. Gonna let it build up, see what happens. Well, I'm thinking, excuse me while I'm eating. I'm thinking there's something wrong with them pipes on them air tanks. They're normally linked, they aren't. Can you eat a sugary donut without licking your lips? No. And you got Roxy. Roxy! You like donuts, don't you? Hey? A little bit. Okay. Yeah. He only gets the healthiest of foods. Well, there's nothing happening yet. I can't bother going to the trailer yet, so I'm watching this. That should be rising. Nothing's happening. Go have a look underneath. That one's now got air. That one's got air. So I probably was wrong. That one hasn't got any air. Alright, we've still got no air pressure. So what I'm going to do is go through the ECU and make sure we have got air going into it. What? That don't make sense. You see it? That pipe there. Oh, he zoomed in. That pipe there runs across there, along there, through that groove there, and then if we go out, so through that groove there, and straight into here, and yet That's full of pressure. Ow! That's the one way valve. The wrong way. Why is there a one-way valve? We've got ourselves a one-way valve, which is obviously creating the problem. The only issue I've got, I could just put that straight in there. Unless someone split this and done it the wrong way around. But I don't think it's been split. Why is it in there? And why is it facing the wrong way? Alright, just spoke to the customer about this one. Definitely something wrong with the air pipes on the air tanks, and now it's feeding the ECU. Just got to work out exactly what's wrong, but there's a sister trailer next door on the main site, and I've got a job next door anyway. I know I'm putting my seat out on behind me, so that's because the van's going to start beeping and I'm on a private road, so it's loud. Honest. Yeah, so we're going to fly around next door because I've only got, I think they said half an hour before that trailer gets put on a bay, gets loaded and goes out. So let's hope security isn't too bad and we can get straight in. But we can have a quick look at that trailer, work out where that one-way valve sits and lives, and then we can come back to finish this one off and hopefully get everything fixed. Right, I made it on site. I unfortunately forgot to actually take you out with me to show you, but just drove past that other trailer to the sister of the one we just looked at. It was piped up wrong. That one-way valve goes on the inside for the red line, so the red line blows in, fills the tank up, can't come back through. Right, I'm just plugged onto this. Can't actually see, but there we go. Oh, I do need to charge my phone up as well though, so I'm charging. Oh, crying out loud. Load. Oh, now my battery's dying on the laptop. Oh, it's a struggle today. Everything's dying on me. My phone's dying, my tablet's dying. Dying. Oh. Right, part on this, apparently it's had a tracker fitted. And the tracker runs through the EBS line. I mentioned that on another video. Through the EBS ECU. It's the best way to get an ignition feed and everything else. This apparently had a fault reported, EBS fault. Somebody's been out to it and blamed the tracker and said it's the tracker that's causing problems, blah blah blah. So they've supposedly disconnected something. I haven't been underneath to have a look yet, but that's going to be the next thing. So they've asked me to come out, plug on and see what I say basically to what the outcome is, whether they need to ring the tracker people up and moan at them, or whether it's actually a different fault that's just been diagnosed slightly wrong. As you can see,
it's come up with trailer TIM, trailer information module. On the side of these trailers, on some of them, they have basically like a little tablet, little control unit, and on there you can just power the EBS system up, click on there, and it will give you fault codes. It will give you a mileage of what the trailer, say what the trailer's done, what the ECU's done. Now, depending on if it's had a new ECU and the original mileage put back in, obviously it could be wiped clean and it could have fresh mileage, but yeah, of what that ECU's done. And it just gives you all the, just a bit of the basics inside the ECU and stuff like that. They are programmed into the ECU on the Obrems. Don't know why, but they are. So if these play up, which they are well known for playing up, it creates EBS faults. Nothing to do with the brakes. All it is an info center. It's in the title, trailer information module. That's all it is. Trailer information module, TIM. So TIM on the side of the trailer is there just to give you a mileage and fault codes. Now puts a red warning light on your dashboard and tells you not to move anywhere. Makes sense, doesn't it? Just what you need, isn't it? Friday afternoon, you're down south, let's say, or up north, or furthest place away from your depot possible. The EBS light comes on, you're not going nowhere. Well, legally, you're not going nowhere. And it's all down to a little device on the side that gives you information. Cracks you up, doesn't it? Fantastic bit of equipment that is, fantastic. Right, on this, obviously I will go have a quick look, make sure it has got a TIM fitted and everything else. Make sure the ECU is all connected and plugged in as it should be. If it is, all I'm going to do is I'll go into the program, alter the parameters, remove the TIM from the ECU program, and then that fault will never ever come on. Yes, the TIM won't work on the side of the trailer to replace it, but they're very expensive. And what driver in this day and age is allowed to touch things like that on trailers? They're not even allowed to change a bulb these days, are they? So they're not going to be allowed to do stuff like that, are they? So yeah, we'll just remove it, get rid of it. That'll clear the fault and be all good to go. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go before the battery dies. So then we're looking for Mr. Tim. Timmy! Timmy! It should be bolted on the chassis somewhere. Tim! Here we are, look! We found Tim! Here's Tim! And look! Somebody's obviously been here because they took the cover off. But Mr. Tim isn't lighting up. Mr. Tim's faulty. Mr. Tim needs disconnecting. We can do that. Put that on, no one will ever know. Just there is your coalesce valve. That's what I was explaining the other day. Yeah, one I did have one, didn't it? Yeah. Basically, push the handle in, you can lower the trailer, you can raise the trailer. Pull it out, puts the trailer back to ride height on the airbags. That's all it does. And like I said, it is programmed into the ECU. On the back of it, there's an electric solenoid. When the driver goes over 10 miles an hour, that solenoid will pulse, start switching, and it will force this handle out, which then will put the trailer down to ride height. Just so then, it isn't travelling down the road too high or too low, unless it's got another fault. Right, so now I just need to find the ECU. We'll have a quick look. Oh, what's happening here? At what's going off here.
Oh. Somebody has been playing. Oh. They use a tin plug for the tracker. Oh, she didn't hear that from me. Right, for security reasons, you can't see this bit. I've got to play with trackers. I don't want one of these trailers being robbed because somebody knows how to disconnect the tracker. Back in a minute. Right, I've had to stick you on charge in the van, so you're on the forward facing camera screen. Well, the camera on the actual screen side of the phone, so I don't know what the quality's like. But oh, excuse me, it's gonna be a long day, isn't it? I can't be home late tonight. It's already 3 o'clock. Anyway, I've had a look. Basically, the TIM unit on the back has been disconnected and the tracker unit has been installed. Now, I've got a TIM fault which I can disconnect, but if I disconnect, how am I going to disconnect the tracker? And if I do disconnect the tracker, what? Basically, it is a tracker problem. Tracker companies fit a tracker, they've disconnected something, so either they've not reconfigured this ECU correctly, or the tracker I wonder if they've installed the same software, so the ECU thinks it's a TIM and not a tracker. Then how would they do? Maybe I'm thinking outside the box a bit too much here. Anyway, right. Trailer's got a TIM fault. TIM's been disconnected, but tracker's been installed. I need somebody to tell me whether or not I'm allowed to disconnect it or not. So, I'm going to save it. I would show, all I'm doing is just basically printing out the fault code list. I'll say printing out, I'm saving it to PDF. Trailer number. Got that, didn't you? Good. I can't tell you my customers are, can I? I'm not asked for permission. And I'm not actually in public space either, I'm on private land. Am I allowed to film people on here? No, I'm sure they won't find my channel. Right, so that's saved. I'm not going to delete the faults out of it. I'm going to leave the faults in there because the next person that comes along can see the same issue as what I'm seeing. I could do making a phone call now. Yeah, let's make a phone call. Back in a minute. Right, where did I get to with you lot? I believe it was in Noah, wasn't we? Oh yeah, talking about that tracker and that TIM. Obviously I spoke to the company, customer.
roundabout, same thing. They've emailed the tracker people because I believe whether it's an installation fault, whether it's a tracker fault, either way, it's something to do with what they've done, because they've disconnected that Tim. They've installed their tracker and it's still fault, and it's now faulting. So I'm blaming them. So yeah, so they've emailed the tracker people, see if they can come out and obviously look into it. Regarding the other EBS fault with the air supply, I think I said, I'll edit it if I have to, it was, the one-way valve was obviously designed for the unit side on the red line. So I've been back round, repiped that one tank the correct way, obviously put an airline back on it, pressurised the trailer up, and it blew the air tanks up straight away and the EBS module. So that's corrected that now. That just needs to have a run down the through the yard just to reset that system. So that's that job done. The reason I didn't film it is because my battery on my phone's about dead. My charger lead's playing up. I'm having to keep wiggling it to get it back on charge. Well, I need a new charger cable really. So yeah, you've been sat in the van on charge. Roxy's been trying to keep you company though, haven't you, Roxy? You've been keeping company. So yes, now I've got loads more work to do, but it's, what's the time now? It's now 4 o'clock. Oh. And I've still got another diagnostic job which I promised. I'm going to go do that now, because if I don't do that now, it's desperate for me to do it tomorrow, and I know tomorrow there's no hope tomorrow. There'll be no hope tomorrow. Saturday's my worst day. So yeah, so we'll go do a truck for him now. I'm meant to be doing a couple of inspections. I've got some, whoa, stupid car, slow yourself down a bit. BMW drivers, what is it with them? If any of you lot are BMW drivers, can you please just explain to me what's the rush? And just, do you sign a contract when you buy a beer? Are you stressed? Yes. Do you indicate? No. Do you rush around everywhere? Yes. Right, the car's yours. Do you get a good discount? Is that what it is? If you're that special type of driver, you get a special discount on a BMW. Sorry for the people that do have BMWs and drive nicely. It's just BMW drivers, Audi drivers, they feel like they own the road, don't they? I'm in a averagely priced car, and I feel like I can do what I want when I want. Anyway, rant over. What was I saying? Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, for crying out loud. Where did I get to? I can't remember now. Bloody BMW drivers. Oh, was it all about work? What jobs I've got? Well, we'll stop them there anyway. So yeah, so I've got some batteries to fit to a Scania. I'm going to have some servicing. Well, servicing, inspections. Some people call it servicing, some people call it inspections, but yeah, they're inspections. We'll have some of them. I know at least I've got at least 2 trailers to do. Don't know if I've got any trucks this weekend, but I will have an MOT prep. I've got an MOT Tuesday. The truck's still not back at the yard yet, and it is Friday. So obviously I'm going to have to look at that just in case I need any parts to fix that Monday. That'll be Monday's job for us, MOTing. Other than that, I don't know, what can I say? What can I I don't have much sense of smell. Now, it's not because I got COVID. I didn't have any smell before COVID. That was quite funny actually during COVID. When you, because obviously I still worked all the way through COVID, maintaining these vehicles that are driving around up and down the country. Excuse me. When you used to go to these big sites, I don't know if you did or not, but what used to happen is you used to pull onto a big site. Obviously, security was there, you had to have a mask on, so and so. Let's not get into an argument about having masks on and stuff. You'd sort of speak to them, they'd say, can you fill out this form? I expect you to use somebody else's pen, hold a bit of paper that somebody else has already touched, and then stand in front of them filling out a form for 5 minutes, telling them whether or not you got symptoms of COVID. Well, by the time you left there, you probably had because you caught it off them. Didn't make much sense to me, but I would have thought it'd been easier to say, can you stay your distance from everybody and just sort of stay safe. That's all you had to do. A notice like that. But anyway, some other questions. Have you lost sense of smell? Well, I've never had it. Not for a long time anyway, at least 20 years. So, I used to say, where's the other box? They look at you and go, what do you mean? Well, I haven't got sense of smell. Well, tick no then. Well, no, because I haven't lost sense of smell because of COVID. I've never had a sense of smell. So, how am I meant to know? But, anyway, going off subject, I ain't got much sense of smell, but don't get me wrong, if it smells bad, or smells really, really nice, it's basically if it's really strong, if it's a really strong smell of something, I can smell it. And Roxy, I can smell her behind. Oh my god. Oh. How bad it must be for normal people, I do not know. Because you stink, don't you, Roxy? You're stinky. Oh, we're nearly at next job. One thing you'll notice, if you ever want to come and find me, I'm never far away from Newark. As I always like to say, if I can't see Newark Church, I'm obviously too far away. And I shouldn't be where I am. There's enough work for us self-employed lads to stay local and keep costs down than it is to bloody travel the bloody globe. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I'd be happy to travel if somebody's paying me, but you don't need to chase money, do you? Not really. We've got plenty enough networks and businesses around us to keep us busy. Right, we're at the next job. Don't know if I'm going to be able to film it because it might be a bit camera shy. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Right, regarding the diagnostics job on the truck, it was an Iveco. I didn't bother filming, one because it's actually suddenly got dark and you can't see bugger all in the dark on this camera. But basically I plugged on it, it didn't really bring up any faults that looked any suspicious in any way. I tried starting it while plugged on it, it kept on throwing me out the ECU. And then I couldn't plug back into the ECU, so I ended up just having to do it the old-fashioned way. Long story short, I got a jump lead, connected it to the negative, and then connected it to the engine and shook it up, and it fired up and stayed running. So we think it could be a bad earth on the engine, but we'll find out after. So, right then everybody, so regarding that last job, like I said, we're putting a strap onto the engine and onto the battery, and that started and it stayed running a good 5 minutes. So the customer's going to try it again in the morning, get the load off the back, and then obviously see what happens, and then he's going to let me know. Obviously you can see 2 more faces in the background there. I've just been and picked the boys up. Just had to nip down to another customer, just quickly check over a trailer, but it was something or nothing. Like I say, it's too dark this time of day. I need some bright lights, don't I? So then you can see what I'm doing. But anyway, goodbye for now. Everybody stay safe, and I'll catch you on another episode. Say bye, boys.
See you later. See you later. Like and subscribe as well.
Absolutely, like and subscribe.
Bye-bye.
Listen to him. The boss said. Roxy, you going to say anything? Roxy, what are you going to tell him? You going to tell him anything? You've been barking all evening. Are you not going to say nothing now? Right, Roxy says bye.